lot of people out there don't have that much experience when cooking with duck, but they love to eat it when they go out. So I'm going to show you can actually do it at home quite easily. To start with, I've got a pan on a really, really low heat. Duck breast I've brought out of the fridge about half an hour ago. And then all we need to do is pat the duck breast dry. The reason I do this is so we can get super crispy skin. Now we need to score it, and when you're scoring, just ever so gently score with your sharp knife. You can see here as I'm scoring, I'm just scoring the skin. I'm not going all the way through the flesh. And this is just going to help render the fat down. Next is seasoning. A good amount of salt. Salt is also going to help the skin go nice and crispy, and a little bit of pepper. Done. Now, no oil required. Because it's on a low heat, the skin is going to slowly render away and it'll produce its own oil, so it won't stick. Skin side down, like that. Just press on that. And another little bit of salt on this side. Now, we're going to cook this for about 6 minutes on the skin side, ever so gently bring up the heat to medium. So every 2 or 3 minutes, turn the heat up. If it's on a really high heat, what's going to happen is you'll get the golden effect. The skin will be golden brown, but it'll be quite thick. We want that thin, crispy layer of skin, and this is how you do it. So while that's cooking, let's get on with a beautiful salsa to go with it. Now for the grapes, which are going into the salsa, beautiful Scarlotta grapes here, seedless. I adore grapes with duck because duck's really gamey, so it does need that fresh fruitiness to it, and grapes are a perfect match. How gorgeous are these? I'll cut some in half and the rest I'll leave as is into a big bowl. I'll now check this duck. Look at that, beautiful skin. That is just gorgeous. That just needs a few more minutes just so it gets thin. You can see how thin it is there. So 1-2 more minutes and then we'll turn it over. And now for some other flavourings, just a little bit of heat. I've got some chilli here. It's a long green chilli, so I'm going to leave it into little rounds just like this. And in it goes, along with a French shallot. I use French shallot as opposed to Spanish onion because I don't want it to be strong, I want it to be quite mild, and this will do the trick. That's plenty. I'll just run my knife through it a few times. I'm gonna have big chunks of onion in this. In it goes. So now it's time to turn this duck. Look at that. Gorgeous. And we'll give that another 5 to 6 minutes. Turning the heat down now because you don't want it to be too hot or else it'll be too raw in the centre. So really low heat and that'll finish cooking. Now for some chives. A few chives, we want about half of that bunch. Cutting them into small battens here. And verjuice. Verjuice is the juice of unripened grapes. And I'm going to add a tablespoon, a little bit more, a touch of olive oil, just to dress it. You know, it's almost like a grape salad here. We'll give that a toss. And all we need to do now is wait for our duck breast to finish cooking. We need to rest the duck breast. So it's been cooking for about 12 minutes all up. We need to rest it for about 6 minutes, and then I'll finish this off with some crunchy walnuts. The duck's been resting now for about 6 minutes. It's still warm and that skin is still crispy. So let's just slice this now. Let's have a look how perfectly it's cooked inside. Oh, just that slight pinkness is what we're looking for with the duck. We'll put the duck on the side there and the salsa. Be generous with it. That is the perfect marriage. Gaminess, earthiness of the duck and that burst of sweetness from the grapes. It's really a delicious way of cooking duck.